This was a very cool episode, despite Eren needing to grab his nuts and kind of man up. Other than that, though, it was kind of the setup for next week's ultimate finale showdown. Attack on Titan, Episode 24, Mercy, Raid on Stois District, Part 2.
Hello, my brothers and sisters and Titan lovers of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, and I'm here to bring you another review on the awesome and epic and grotesque and Eren sometimes I think needs to just grab his balls and man up tale of Attack on Titan. Now, in the last episode, we, of course, we wound up getting, I guess you would say, the unofficial reveal of the Titan, the female Titan, who is Annie Leonhardt. And at the end of it, of course, she was trying to, there was this whole plan by Mikasa, Eren, and Armin of trying to go in and get her to help them to get Eren out of Stois District, and they were going to lure her underground and everything else. She wound up going and she could smell the bullshit and wound up at the end of the episode, of course, changing into the female Titan despite their best efforts to try to capture her as Eren, Mikasa, and Armin went and pulled underground to kind of get away from her. So that's how things left off. Things actually pick up over here, and this is really the calm before the storm episode, okay? There's one episode after this one that's left in the actual, first series or first season of Attack on Titan. And first of all, let me just say, hats off to Funimation. They've just done such a wonderful job, I believe, with the little minute changes they've made, sometimes in the score, sometimes just in I went back and compared them, and sometimes not just the dialogue, but in the way that they've cut a scene a little bit here or there to make things fit a little bit better. Just absolutely wonderful. They've done a great job. So, but with all that being said, we wind up getting a bit of a flashback towards the beginning part of this episode, and you're thinking, oh god, not another flashback, right? This particular flashback, though, takes place right after the events following episode 22, beginning of episode 22, when of course, Levi and Mikasa were able to, Levi wound up breaking his leg in the process, but was able to rescue, Eren from the mouth of the female Titan. They wind up going back and meeting at that little kind of castle headquarters outpost place that Levi and them were cleaning earlier in the season and training at. And they're sitting there and they're waiting for the Commander Irvin. Commander Irvin winds up walking in, and he walks in with Armin and Mikasa. And really what winds up happening is we find out that Armin is the one that discovered it's a female Titan. That's Annie, right? And he presents all his evidence, and I gotta admit, when he presents the evidence, it's a little bit shaky, except for the fact that, when you think about it, there's a lot of circumstantial stuff. But then when you think about it, she does look like and have the same mannerisms, and, it's kind of like a type of deal like with Spider-Man. Like, whenever Peter Parker disappears and Spider-Man shows up, I don't know, 2 + 2 should be 4, right? So he's trying to basically say, listen, we're going to have this plan, we're going to try to lure her out, blah, blah. And Eren is like the biggest crying sack of shit ever. Doesn't even know Annie, hardly. Not really friends with Annie, nothing like that, right? Just somebody he came up with through the cadet training, And he's like, oh, it couldn't be her. What if we've mistakenly accused her in this net? And then Armin's like, then we'll find out that it's not her, no harm done, but it's a risk that we have to take. Think about all the dozens and dozens of people that have been killed by this female Titan because of what's happened, right? Because of, this leak that's within them with this spy. And Eren doesn't even want to explore the possibility. No, I can't believe it. It isn't like Annie's his lifelong friend. It isn't like it was Mikasa that was accused of being the female Titan. Then I could get him being a bit reticent and being like, I don't know about that, So anyway, the bottom line is we wind up going and backing up and seeing this whole plan that was put into place, and everything, including the switcheroo with Eren and John and everything else and whatnot, it was all done with Irvin's kind of under-the-table blessing, right? They all kind of did this in like a shady sort of Black Ops fashion, but they felt that it was the only way that they could go and lure out the female Titan and be able to actually capture her, because that's the whole goal, right? So anyway, when we're taken back into, now time of what's going on, they're in the underground tunnel, Mikasa, Armin, and Eren, and the female Titan just starts just smashing down holes with her foot into this tunnel, right? Now, I don't know how she knows exactly where the tunnel is. I don't know if Titan's got supersonic hearing or x-ray vision or whatever, but she gets awfully close to him a couple times. They're still charging down the tunnel. Then all of a sudden they see Squad 3 they're supposed to reunite with. And they're, hey, Squad 3! And Squad 3's like, hey, man, the shit's getting crazy over here, right? And then all of a sudden, boom! She steps in and, as if you didn't know that was going to happen, smashes Squad 3, right? Effectively making it to where there's holes at both ends of this tunnel, and she's just stomping every 20 or 30 feet, intermittently hoping that she'll run into them, right? So we were trying to get Eren to change into the Titan, and Eren's like, I'll take care of it, I'll protect you guys, right? And he bites himself, and he's bleeding, and he's biting himself, and he just sort of looks like he's cannibalizing himself, and nothing's happening. And the reason is because Eren hasn't fully been able to let go with his mind yet. That's the reason. He concentrates and thinks too hard on it. His goal should have been, I'm going to turn into the Titan and protect everybody from the female Titan no matter what the cost. Instead, his mindset going into it was, I'm going to bite myself in the hand, and just like I protected you guys, 10 episodes back with my little half-corpse Titan thing, I can do that again. He doesn't want to fight Annie. He's a little bitch in a lot of senses. I want to kill every last one of them. Yeah, okay, buddy. She's one of them. Even if it's not Annie, even if you don't want to believe it's her, it's a big fucking Titan. It's killing your comrades. Man up, turn into a Titan, and fucking kill it. That's it. End of story. There's no middle ground here. But Eren, they're trying to make it show that he's caring and compassionate. You can be caring and compassionate and still go and help your fellow man, right? And that's not what he's doing right now. So Armin goes one way, his plan, and Mikasa's going to go the other way, and he's basically like, chances are she'll only be able to get one of us, and somebody will get away and be able to maybe lure her away and this and that, while Eren's crying and being a little bitch, trying to bite his hand and going, I can't change, I'm fucking useless unless I'm in the belly of a Titan or unless I'm a Titan, Anyway, I'm probably being a little too hard on Eren, but it just pissed me off, the episode in general, and then you saw the look of disappointment as well on my wife, my son's faces, as they're watching it going like, why? This dude he saw this Titan go and take out the scout regiment, Levi squad, Petra and all them, and Otto, and the guys that he hung out with and trained with. He saw this bitch go and just tear them apart. He fought her, and then he even gets a flashback, and we see how, his head came off and everything else, because it was all shown in a flash a couple episodes ago. And they show it's the exact same fighting stance that Annie has. The exact same type of jujitsu or whatever that she uses, right? The exact same arc with the kick and everything. And it looks like a zombified version of fucking Annie, But he still just can't get over it, So really what the rest of the episode winds up being is there's a lot of action. A lot of our guys dying. Eren ultimately winds up getting buried under a bunch of rubble because the female Titan crashes in, the tunnel by where he's at. And Mikasa winds up just going completely crazy on this bitch, trying to take out Achilles' tendons and everything else. And at one point, her and Armin actually get the Titan to chase them. Then Hanji and the rest of the company, they wind up hitting the Titan and taking it down with a bunch of the same type of harpoon-like things that they had in the forest when they took her down. And this time they didn't have enough, though, so it was kind of like Gulliver's Travels, laying there, she's all laying there, and all of a sudden she just like sweeps a leg out, stands up, and gets going again. The episode winds up ending off on a very down note. We've got Jean goes, and what I really like, the best line in the whole thing, right, was from Levi to Jean. Jean goes and gets out of the carriage that he's in, right? And he's, of course, got the darker wig on to look like Eren and everything else, and this is the lipstick come off the pig moment. He's just like, all right. And nobody even noticed that it was him. They're like, what? What are you doing? It's treason. And you got all the other MP pussies, right, that are used to sitting behind the walls going, what are you doing? This and that. And there's a big conflict. They want to shoot their own people, even though there's a fucking Titan running around Stoa's district. Let's not take care of that, though. Let's worry about Commander Irvin. And anyway, Jean gets out, and he throws off the wig and goes, and he's just like, basically he's like, fuck it, let me get some gear and let me get going. So he goes over and he's like, Commander, where, he talks to Commander Irvin, where's some gear, blah, blah. Commander Irvin tells him and goes to send him off on his way, because now he mans up. He grabbed his big boy balls, and he's coming out to play. And Levi goes and he's like, yeah, don't let those big brass balls get in the way. Don't let them. It's something to the effect of, don't let those big brass balls, wear you down or get you in some kind of trouble. Get you killed. It's good to have guts and be the first one to want to go and get in there. But at the same time, dude, don't throw your life away. And then these douchebags from the MPs, right? They go and they pull guns on and draw guns on on Irvin, because Irvin's got his maneuver gear out. Irvin's about to go ham on this fucking Titan, right? And do what he's got to do. And they're like, oh no, you can't do that, and blah blah. Again, you've got people that are not worried about the actual matter at hand, you know, and so much like this community as a whole, you got so many people that are worried about shit that's none of their business, that's none of their concern, and they make it out to be like it's so bad, and it's not the matter at hand. The matter at hand is, a lot of times, the particular series that we're looking into. Is it good? Is it bad? Are the characters good? You know, it's not the person who's talking about it, whether you like them personally or not, or whether you think that they did this or not, or, you know, oh, I think that this guy's thumbnail is stolen from this other guy, you know, and all that type of bullshit that you see that goes on. It's besides the point. So right now, there's a Titan running through Stoas District. That's the point. Let's go and let's neutralize that threat before we go and worry about whether Commander Irvin followed orders and things, proper protocol, and turned in the right paperwork with his little smoke and mirrors ruse that he did. So, anyway, nonetheless, though, it's still a very good episode. Just very, very trying for my patience, as well as the other viewers in my house as well, just because of Eren and his inability to do anything. The episode winds up ending off. Jean actually gets to and finds Eren and Armin's trying to help Eren. And Eren, his chest has been pierced by a spike, it looks like, or a piece of concrete, what have you, rebar, I don't know. And really the episode winds up ending off with Jean going balls to the wall and like, I gotta take out the female Titan or at least try to help. Mikasa winds up actually getting hit out of midair and like rolls and falls a bunch of times. She's laying there on the ground, right, in like a sexy model-like pose with her ass sticking out while she's unconscious, hurt, whatever. And Eren finally goes and gets it through his head that now that I'm on death's doorstep, again, now is when I need to man up. So all of a sudden, then we go, and at the end of it, he turns into the Titan, you know? And it was funny because my son James is going, oh yeah, I'm just going to go to to be continued, you know? And it's actually kind of cool because it does go to be continued, but not right when he changes into the Titan. He actually changes into the Titan, and he actually goes and chases down that big-ass bitch, the female Titan. Well, she's coming towards him at the time anyway, and he just goes and jacks her up and knocks her right through this building, right onto this building, and that's how things end off. So next week's episode, the climactic finale, I cannot wait for it. Absolutely going to be wonderful. My episode question for you, though, brothers and sisters, is what are your thoughts on Eren and his inability to act when his friends, his close friends, Mikasa, who's basically the closest thing to family, when everybody is in danger and their lives are on the line? What is it with him and his inability to act? You know, I'd like to hear what your opinions, thoughts, and what have you are in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button if you think that I deserve it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We will look forward to catching all of you in the next one, Nation.
Thank you for watching. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Facebook if you'd like to follow me.